Okay, so good evening all and welcome back to the session. In previous session we were discussing about how to bind a uh, tool to the large language model. Correct? Okay. So let me explain like what we have done in our previous session. So the previous session was like we had some certain imports and like once we have done the imports then we have defined large language model and then we tried to ask something like say who is the prime minister of United Kingdom, and then what we are able to see the result. If we are going to invoke this LLM, then we are able to get the content, and content is what we are getting from the large language model. So at this moment, uh, this result is utilizing the large language model. It is passing that this particular query, and we are able to get the answer. As but say if we are having a particular tool, or if we are going to define some, you can say, functions, or if we want to do certain custom tasks, so how to do it with the help of graph, that we need to understand. So for going through that particular direction, what I have done, I have defined a simple function, that is a multiplication function. It is taking two inputs, and it is having, it is providing two outputs. Let me move over here. This is the last piece. This is not the last piece, I think. This one is the last piece. Uh, so we have defined a particular function, and what we have done, we uh, have used LLM.bind tools. So this particular function, multiplication function, will be binded the LLM, binded with the LLM, and then LLM, based upon the query, the LLM is going to decide where I need to route the query. So over here, say if we are asking what is the product of 2 and 5, so the content it is providing, okay, this is not using the LLM code. Okay, so let me try to rerun it. Okay, so we have defined a particular tool multiply, and we have binded this particular tool with the large language model. LLM.bind tool is utilized in order to bind it with with large language model. So just have a look over here. Once I'm talking what is the product of 2 and 5, so the content is coming blank. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? It means it is utilizing the tool call. So content is coming blank because our large language model is able to understand the query, and if it is able to uh, understand the query and there is no tool with respect to that particular query, so it will provide the answer by itself. Over here it is taking the query and it is providing the answer. So this answer is given by large language model, and over here the content is coming blank. So it means it is using this particular multiply tool. Okay, it is using this multiply tool, but and and over here we will be able to see that this is a tool call. So you can see somewhere over here this is a tool call. Are you able to see? This is a tool call, and the tool name is multiply, and these are the arguments for this particular tool. Okay, that is perfectly fine. So what we have seen in this particular example, that we can define the tools, and we can bind these particular tools with large language model, and large language model is smart enough to understand those particular query, and it will provide the answer. Then the second example on top of this, we have gone through with this particular piece. Over here we are having, say, defined uh, the OpenAI key, and then we have defined the large language model. GPT-5 Nano is the large language model what we have utilized, and then we have given certain messages. Okay, so over here some messages are being given, and uh, then we have used, say, pretty print, so it is going to provide a beautiful, it is going to print in a beautiful way. And then we have defined a particular tool, say multiply function, same function we have defined. It is going to take two inputs and provide return a into b. Then we have binded this particular tool to the large language model llm dot bind tools, and that multiply has been passed over here, and then we tried to invoke it. So we have given like what is multiplied 2 by 5, and the name is Yogendra. So, and what we have done over here, tool calls dot tool calls. So we are trying to print like what is there with what is the metadata with respect to this particular tool call. So multiply is nothing but the tool which is utilized over here. These are the argument, this is the calling ID, and this is type of tool call. So we are able to see that it is utilized. Then what we have done further, okay, we have defined like at this moment what we are trying to do. So we are trying to define a graph, and that graph is going to utilize this particular tool. Okay, and we will be like going to ask a query, and that particular query will be used in order to provide the answer. So over here, uh, what we have done, uh, then in order to, you can say, define a particular uh, graph, we just need to have a state. So previously, like we have used the state of dictionary type, but over here we have used the state as message state. So you can take it in this particular way. Message state is a type of state which is like going to provide the appended message. So previously, once we have used the dictionary type message state, dict type state, at that moment we are overwriting the messages. But at this moment what is happening, once we are going to use the the message state, so it will append the messages and then share it to the large language model in order to provide the outcome. You can take it from here. Say once so this is a tool call basically. So if I'm writing it in this particular way, human message, and say content is who is prime minister of India. Okay, i'm going to I'm trying to get the answer from this. So just have a look over here. What is happening? Human message. This is not the human message. Okay, okay. Let me try to rerun it. List to indices. What has happened? Hmm. For M in messages M dot pretty print. This is perfectly fine. Let me try to rerun it. At this moment, this is perfectly fine. We have binded the two. This is also fine. Message state. That is also fine. Any messages we are going to take. Then we are defining the tool calling LLM, then state equal to message state, return messages, LLM with tool, LLM with tool, invoke state equal to messages. That is also fine. Add node tool calling LLM. Okay, so what I can do, okay, so message, and instead of this I can have messages. Hmm. So so over here what we are able to see, once we are passing 2 and 3, so say human message is multiply 2 and 3, so it is taking multiply 2 and 3, and it is nothing but the tool call, and this is multiply, this is tool, this is call id, and these are the two arguments what we have passed over here. Then once we are passing the normal message, who is the Prime Minister of India. So it is saying, say, who is Prime Minister of India? This is the human message, and Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India. Okay, so what we are able to see over here, uh, once we are having the tool call, once we are having tool call, so it is going to use the tool what is defined by us. And once it is having the normal message, once it is having the normal message, then it is going through the route of large language model. The large language model is going to provide the answer based upon its intelligence. Just have a look over here. Narendra Modi, he has been the Prime Minister of India since May 2014 now. So let me repeat it once again. So we have defined a particular tool over here. That tool has been binded uh, with large language model. Then what we have done, we have defined a message state that is nothing but input to the node, and we will be going to take output from a node. Then that particular tool calling LLM is going to take input as a message state, and it will return what? uh, it is returning llm dot, it is returning a message, and that is nothing but llm dot invoke, and it is going to take the message state input, it is going to take and provide a message and an output. Okay, this is the input, and it will provide the output, and this is nothing but a message state basically. So over here, the message state, what this particular message state is doing, so it will be acting like this. So say over here, AI message, so model is asking, so you said you are researching ocean mammals, then Yogendra said yes, that's correct. Then model is asking, great, what would you like uh, to learn about? Yogendra said, I just want to learn about the I just want to learn about the best place to see in US. So this is human message. So then AI message, then human message. Now the human message is this one. The human message is this one. Then this is the AI message. Based upon this particular human message, the AI message is given. So these particular things are given uh, to with the help of message state only. Message state is going to you can say capture all of these particular things. Correct. So over here, this is the input, and based upon this, we are able to get the this particular output. In the same fashion, like once we are having the tool call, once we are writing, once we are typing the message, human message like multiply 2 and 33, the large language model is able to understand, yes, this is a tool call, and I just need to I just need to, you can say, utilize the tool which is binded with me. Okay, so that's why like it is going to utilize the tool column. Now, is Javed here? Yes. Okay. So Javed, in the last session, like you have asked, like we are not able to get the outcome. Say we are having two and three. Okay, we mentioned 2 and 3, multiply 2 and 3, but we are able to get the arguments only. Like
Yes.
say a is 2, b is 3, that is perfectly fine. So over here, let me try to show you something. uh, we are having, so this is a piece, simple piece that I can add over here. Okay, so I can have this particular, say, tool data tool call dot tool calls, and it is going to pick up the you can say zeroth element. And if tool call is there, if tool call data name is equal to multiply, and we will be able to get, just have a look, we over here we have passed these particular, say, who is what is multiply 2 and 5. So we are testing this particular tool basically. We have binded this particular tool. Let me try to open a notepad, and then you will be able to get it. So over in written message, let me open a new and let me pick up this particular piece. Okay, so over here we are just checking if like the tool call is multiply. Okay, then what we are doing, we are just taking the arguments. Okay, tool call data, and tool call data we are getting from here. Tool code dot tool calls and its zeroth element. And then once we are printing this, so we are able to get uh, the outcome. But over here, what we need to do, we need to manually, you can say, define, say if the tool is multiply, if the tool is addition, if the tool is subtraction. We just need to extract the data from that particular tool and then utilize that particular tool by passing those particular arguments. So over here we are passing the arguments and utilizing this particular function. Basically this is nothing but a function. This is, in short, like the way how we were be using functions, similar to that one only. Like say a function is used, function is nothing but, say if I'm just try to focus over here, if I'm having say multiply function, say def, and this is a multiply function, and I'm having say two arguments over here, a comma b, and what I'm saying, return a into b. Okay, and how I'm going to use this particular function's result, and will use I will pass the arguments, say 2 and 5, and it will provide me 10, right? This is probably all of you are able to recall, or let me copy it. This is the normal, you can say, flow once we are like writing a particular code or defining a particular function. Say let me print it over here. Print result. So it will print say 10. Okay, I'm able to get 10. Correct. I have defined a function, and that is going to take two elements, two arguments, and it will return a into b, and result is multiply. I have used this particular function and passed these particular arguments and then printed the result. Correct. So this is the you can say traditional way in order to use a particular function. And over here as well, if you are able to see what we are getting the arguments. Okay, we are getting the arguments, we are getting the data, and then we are extracting the the data. If you let me print it over here. So say print total data. Okay, and then you will just have a look over here. I'm taking the complete data of this particular tool. Correct. This tool call is having certain data. Okay, I'm taking that particular data and I'm taking the zeroth element. Okay, so uh, so in this particular tool call, like a lot of things are there. If I'm removing zero, so a lot of things will come into the picture. Then from this particular, you can say, dictionary, this is a dictionary. Okay, from this particular dictionary, I'm just taking this argument wala piece. Huh? Okay, tool call. Let me try to say this is the total data and say print. Just try to understand what I'm trying to say over here. Huh? Okay, so this is A and B. Okay, so tool call data is this, and let me try to print it. Huh? Tool call data, and I can have say new line as well, and say these are the arguments. Huh? Just try to understand. Huh? So this is tool call data, and these are the arguments. Huh? Correct. And if we are using these particular arguments, so I'm going to use these particular arguments and I'm passing it uh, into the into the this particular multiply function, and then I'm able to get the outcome. Huh? Correct. So this is not the correct way, although like we are able to get the outcome 10, but this is similar to a function call only. If you are able to get this piece, so this is similar to this one only. Yeah? This is the traditional way, and this is what I have done over here in order to get the 2 into 5. So I'm getting 10 over here. I'm using the tool call. Correct. I'm using the tool call dot tool calls, and I'm extracting the data from that tool call, and then passing that particular data to the multiplier tool, and I'm able to print the outcome. Huh? Correct. Are you able to understand so far? Just tell me, all of you, are you able to understand?
So this piece of code we have to mention at end of the whatever we will whenever we complete the code, just in order to get the output.
No, 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 no. We don't.
So
There is
I
no
think
need.
it is for understanding only.
Yes, there is no need to mention. I'm just explaining. Like we can get the 10 over here. Okay, 2
No,
multiplied
let us
by
suppose
5.
in my code, I mean in my project, I want to multiply and I want to get the result. In that case,
I
how
will co-
LLM will?
I will come on that point. No need to worry. But try to
Okay,
understand. In the
yeah,
last
that piece
session,
of code is fine. It is understandable.
okay. So if you all are able to understand, then I will proceed. Huh? Is it fine with everyone? This is a simple, you can say, function utilization. Huh? I'm just utilizing a defined function, and I'm utilizing it with the help of say binding tools arguments. Huh? So this is say tool call, and it is having certain data and arguments basically that has been extracted with this particular piece, and it is passed to tool call data. I have printed it. This is the complete data. From here I have extracted the argument piece. Huh? So this is a dictionary. If I want to have the extraction of certain piece, so I have defined say from the tool call data extract argument only. So I have defined it in this particular way, and that will be utilized into the multiply function, and I'm able to get it. So this is the traditional way of working. Now, what I will do in order uh, to get the outcome, let me open Paint. So what we have seen, this is say start. This is start, and then we have moved to then we are having what? We are having tool calling LLM, LLM, and then we are having and 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 this is, you can say, similar to what we have done so far. And like we are having start, then tool calling LLM and now what exactly is being happening now? Say we are having this particular tool calling LLM, we are having this tool calling LLM. So this tool calling LLM is utilized to call a particular tool. We haven't defined the tool yet, so that particular tool is going to work on that particular piece, the data, and it will provide the outcome in that particular way. It will look like this, huh? So we will be having a tool over here, say tool, and what we will do, we will from the tool calling LLM, it will be say moved to uh it will be moved over here and once it is able to provide the outcome, it will move to the and you will be able to get the outcome. So tool calling LLM pass this particular query, so arguments A and B, say, to this particular tool. This particular tool will work onto this particular data and provide the outcome. You just try to understand, you just need to understand this particular piece. Tool calling LLM over here is used to call the tool, and then we need to define this particular tool to work on top of our data, and then we will be able to get the outcome. So this particular piece we need to learn in our today's session, and that's we are going to see. So what I will do, I will make a copy of this particular sheet. uh, so create copy, duplicate. Okay, and let me have the execution of all of these particular steps. Okay, it is taking some time. Okay, so we are able to get. Uh, 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 what is happening over here? AI message, why it is printing six at this moment? Behavior is not good. So, so friends, no need to worry. This particular piece, this AI piece, we are getting uh, from the based upon the LLM intelligence. Like once we are having, so it is happening at like once I have done the execution, so it is showing AI message 6. It is not, it was not showing say tool call and multiply and call idea. Correct? Just before the execution. I have re-executed it. Now it is showing me this particular piece. So why it is happening? Because of the LLM in deterministic nature, it can provide, but uh, it has provided, that is perfectly fine. But that was not the right way. Okay. So what I want to do, I just want to have the usage of tool over here with the tool calling LLM. Now, inside the land graph, what we are having a tool node that we can import, and we can utilize that particular tool node. So, say from land graph dot pre-build import tool node. Okay, let me try to rerun it. Tool node pre-built build. Okay, the execution has been, it has taken the tool node, and I just need to have, okay, now say from the tool calling LLM, i I can either move to the tool node if I'm using the multiply tool, or based upon the query I can go to the and as well. So which edge I need to use, which edge I need to use, conditional edge. Once,
Yes,
Yeah.
conditional edge. Okay.
yeah, once I need to move onto say different nodes, so at that moment I just need to use the conditional edges. So what I can do over here, uh so start to tool calling LLM, and from I just need to create a node as well. I just need to create edges. I just need to add builder dot add node, and this is nothing but say tools, and it will utilize this tool node. And tool node is what it is, multiply in our case. And let me copy it from here. I just need to mention that particular tool. Where is that tool? Multiply. Okay, so I have added this particular tool node. I have added this particular node basically. I'm adding this particular node. Okay, that is nothing but a tool. Okay, I'm adding this particular node. Okay, I had defined the node, that is perfectly fine. Now what I need to do, I just need to have the edges. So builder dot add conditional edges, conditional edges, and the conditional edges is, so from start to tool calling LLM, and then tool calling LLM. So this piece is fine. Okay. So conditional edges. So what it will be, the tool calling LLM. So from here, I either move on to the tools or onto the and. So that's what I'm trying to define. So and so I'm having an inbuilt functionality over here. Say tool from landgraph dot pre-built, and I can have the import of tool condition, tools condition, tools condition. So this tool condition I can utilize over here. Tool condition. Okay. So from this particular uh, tool calling LLM, I will be referring the tool condition. So this large language model is, you can say, this is, you can say, inbuilt functionality, or we can define this particular piece by ourselves. So over here in the first example, probably if you are able to call, we have defined the condition with the help of a function, random function, and if the the value less than zero point 0.5, then it was moving to node A. If it was greater than zero point 0.5, it was moving to uh, node, you can say, node 2. Correct? Are you able to recall?
Correct, correct, correct,
we
sir,
we
correct.
we have
Random
defined a
number
function.
generator, we use this method.
Yeah,
Method.
yeah. So over here, what I'm going to use, this inbuilt functionality, and what this inbuilt functionality is saying, it is working in this particular way. If the latest, message from the tool calling LLM, is a tool call, then tool condition, this tool condition, then tool condition uh, routes to tool node. Okay. So this is the inbuilt functionality what this tool condition is doing. Correct. And if the latest message, from the tool calling LLM is not a tool call, then
Then end.
the condition routes to and. Correct. Okay. This is done with the help of this particular tool condition. This is the inbuilt functionality, and we have used, you can define your own function. Okay. But over here we are having this particular inbuilt functionality, and we have tested it with the help of the random number generator, and we have defined the functions. The very first example of the agentic AI Okay, piece. Probably you are able to recall. Is it? Are you able to recall? Huh? All of you? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have defined the conditional edges over here. It is going to the tool calling LLM to tool condition, and tool condition is having this particular inbuilt functionality. And then what it will do, uh, add edge, and then tools to and okay. So from here, this particular condition, it will either go to the tools or and, but from tools it will move to the and only. Correct? Fine so far? Is it fine with everyone? What is the new addition? So this piece and this particular piece we have added. So tool node is having multiply functionality at this moment. And Javed, this is answering your query. The tool calling LLM will provide the arguments. It will be moving to the tools, and that tool is having the multiply, you can say, function. The functionality what we are discussing over here. Okay. Uh, the functionality what we have discussed over here. So this is moved to this particular tool, and this particular tool will work, and then if it is a tool call, it will do the multiplication, and then we will be able to get the outcome. Just have a look. I have done the execution, and let's see the diagram. So it is looking like a tool calling LLM. It is either moving to and or moving to tools, and from tools to and. Correct? Is it fine with everyone?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
now, okay, perfect. Now, just have a look over here, and we are able to say tool message 6. The AI message is this, and the tool message is this. Is the message what we are getting from the tool multiply tool. It is 6, and now the behavior will be consistent. Now, previously we were able to see 6, but that was not correct. AI message was 6. That was not the correct piece, and it is answering to your query. Okay, if we are mentioning say 10 over here, it will be providing me 20. Correct? Now if it is not an AI message, oh sorry, not a tool call, so it will route to the normal, you can say, tool, and then we will be able to get the outcome. Just have a look onto this particular stuff and ask if you are having any doubt.